Are you looking for a podcast about how to eat them dang old crawdads?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Sup, Kelsey?
Sup, Robert?
Ooh, it's YMBToAP.
Ooh, a funky
what it is.
fresh. It's YMBToAP. We're here doing the thing, making the episodes each and every Monday.
Okay. I don't mean to open these on such poor ways,
Okay.
but I don't have a crackable.
Why?
I don't have any.
What's the matter with you?
We'll get into it in one of our later topics, but there was
Okay.
just nothing here. There was nothing here. So
Alright.
what I have for you is it's not even an ASMR thing because
Alright.
I have tea from HTO,
Okay.
right? It's the Georgia peach one.
Georgia.
It is so old, there's no ice, so all I have is this for you.
Just room temp tea. Awesome. I love that.
There's no noise happening. So
Good stuff. Well, you mind if I crack into it?
yeah, I like how I did that, forgetting that everyone can just see me, and I was all like, so oopsies.
Right. Well, I'll do a solo crack for us.
Ooh, that buildup was
Fresh.
good. Did you hear that?
Ooh.
He said, like he thought about it.
Good stuff.
Mm.
Oh,
Man, drinking one of those makes me really want a guinea.
I know. I've been thinking about the guineas lately. Guinea black.
Okay. I think I told you this separately, but let me touch on it real quick because you brought that up.
Yes. Okay.
We went to a cidercade a couple weeks ago, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's an arcade. You get ciders and all that kind of stuff, like your Angry Orchard cider type shit.
Yeah.
But it's like house made there kind of
Okay.
stuff. And they had, so I didn't really care for it because it's all like crazy flavors. So you get one that tastes like syrup and waffles, and it legit tasted like a waffle and shit.
That
right?
sounds delightful.
I didn't really like any of them. Like they were either too sweet or I didn't like the flavor. But they had a black currant cider.
Ooh.
And it just gave me the black currant without the Guinness thing. And I was like, I still like black currant enough like this. I had like 3 of those. It was very good.
Very good.
And all it did was make me go, I want a Guinness Black so bad. So.
I wonder what it would be like if you mixed the Guinness Black with the cider.
I'm not trying to make one of those monster Guinness things I sent you the TikTok of. I'm not.
Gonster, no thank you.
I'm not into that.
Oh my god.
What's going on? What's up?
Let me tell you about my fucking cat real quick.
Okay.
Okay. My little boy. I have 3 brown cats, and then I have my shiny Pokemon, my white boy. He is my treasure, my love.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy, and I love him. So one of his favorite toys is a little like orange frisbee shooter. Like it's like a frisbee gun. Like you hold it and you pull the trigger and it goes like
this big. Oh, one of those.
Yeah, it's like a little flying disc, and then like it revs that thing up and it goes really far.
Nice. Okay.
It takes 3 AA batteries, and you have to like get a screwdriver in there to like actually make it happen. So it ran out of batteries a little bit ago, and we were like not in the mood to change the batteries because it's an event. So we have been sitting on this dead toy for a while. But we busted it out because we got this new cat, and she's extremely active. It just needs like she needs to run it off.
Oh yeah.
So this would be a great toy for her, we thought, and we got it out, and it was a great toy for her. We were shooting frisbees all over the place, having a good time.
Okay.
And that lasted for like 5 to 7 minutes because Binkus, like I said, it's his favorite toy. And this man, like, so we're in my game room, which you know, if you've been to my house, it's like a little sunken tile room. So like it's got one step on it, and it's just all tile. Everything is tile. The step is tile. The room is tile. And I've got my dining room table out there with like all the chairs around them. So shoot a frisbee up into the air into this like vaulted ceiling, and Binkus is like, I can definitely jump and catch that. And he jumps up, he like grips the back of the chair, and it starts to like fall back on him. And the man doesn't bail out. He just doubles down and like grips the chair, rides the fucking thing all the way to the ground, and literally like where the corner of the step is.
Yeah.
The chair just goes like crack on the corner, and he's on it, riding it down with his little spine hit the corner dead on. Like,
oh my God.
Boof. Chair crushed by the chair. He's okay. I'm going to preface this by saying he's okay, but my God, never in a million years has all play immediately ceased. Like all the cats were freaked out because the chair fell, and then Richard and I are screaming because Binkus fell. So like we dropped the toy, we run after him. Thank God, like he immediately got up and sprinted away. So I was like, okay, so he didn't break his spine.
Okay.
That's my main concern.
Jesus.
I know, like he fully $1 million baby to himself just on the corner of the step, and I was almost positive because he ran away and like immediately got under the bed and was like, I'm staying here for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Richard and I were like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna be okay? But
oh my God.
He's fine. He wasn't even limping. Like I didn't pick him up for a day after.
His pride is hurt.
His pride is wounded for sure. I didn't pick him up because I was like, I don't want to like, I don't know, loosen your bruised spine and something crumbles inside of you. But he's okay. He was jumping around and hopping up on the bed and asking for Churu like normal. So he's back to himself.
So are you telling me that $1 Million Baby breaks her spine? Did you just ruin that movie for me?
Have you not seen that movie?
No, I've never seen that movie.
I haven't seen that movie, but like the only thing I know about it is I think it was parodied in like an SNL skit or something. She falls over in the rink and like a stool has fallen over and she just hits the stool perfectly on her neck.
Oh, on her neck. Okay.
And breaks her neck.
Okay. I only know about the like, because I'm pretty sure it's a whole like situation at the end or something.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I know very little about it. Okay. Well, Jesus Christ. Like, I really thought you were going to say, like, and I spent thousands of dollars in vet bills or something crazy.
I thought we were going to have to.
Here. Yeah.
I literally thought he was going to be paralyzed. Like, I thought for sure he broke his spine. It was the loudest, worst noise. My poor boy.
Didn't I tell you the thing? I just got a TikTok about kittens that play too rough and they break their tails and their tails fall off.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So people will find just like this like fuzzy thing and it's like half or more of a tail just laying there. Yeah, it's a thing.
Worst segment of YMBToAP we've ever done. I hate that.
It's like a whole thing. I hated knowing about it, but now I do. So, well, speaking of backs, you want me to tell you about another back?
Yeah, sure.
Right now. So you know, my mom had back surgery.
Yes.
Like like a week ago. So I've been staying over there, and that is why there's nothing here.
Yeah.
There's nothing in my home because I don't live here anymore.
Not this week.
Don't live here for now, but I am making fun YMBToAP for you guys. That's been kind of fun. She's just not allowed to do anything, so she has to like stand up and sit down weird, and like you can't do. Why does like everything use your back? You can't even open a bag of chips. If you do this motion and pretend to open a bag of chips, you can feel your back muscles.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Why?
The core is everything, man.
I know. And she can't do anything. And I catch her doing everything. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll kick your ass. Sit down.
I'll put you back in surgery.
It's okay. I'm fine. I have to keep telling her not to do stuff. But the other day, so I figured since she's, immobilized. I mean, she's not really immobilized. She just can't run away fast,
Okay, sure.
Like she's supposed to get up. She's supposed to get up and walk like once or twice a day or something.
Okay.
But I was like, well, since you can't really move, you know what you can't do? You get away from me in the Has-Been Hotel.
Okay.
Because my mama don't like that shit.
No, she's not a hell fan.
Yeah, she's not so it's not musical theater. That's okay, probably. It's I told her about the funniest comic I read once. It was a Peanuts comic. It's 3 panels. There's words only in the 3rd panel.
Okay.
Right? They're looking at a picture of like Adam and Eve or something, and they're just staring at it. So it's like their backs for panel 1.
Mm-hmm.
Panel 2 is the exact same. Panel 3 is one of them turning and going like, you ever notice how in these old paintings they have belly buttons?
Ugh.
And it took me the longest time to figure out what that was. It's because if they were created by God, they wouldn't have belly buttons because you have to be born to do that. And I was like, oh shit, it's a whole religious comic. That's hilarious. And I laughed really hard.
Okay.
And then I told my mom about it and she hated it and thought it was super unfunny. She hates my favorite episode of South Park where uh, Jesus is like battling against David Blaine because David Blaine does these like miracles, but Jesus is the one that actually does them, right?
Okay.
So they bring out Jesus to do like turning the water into wine. So he's like, and I will turn this water into wine. Turn around. Turn around. And he tells everybody in the crowd to turn around, and then he goes, turn back around. And they're all like, this stinks. And he's like, it worked a lot better, like 2,000 years ago. She hates that one. Absolutely hates that episode. So she's not like super religious, but she doesn't like
making fun of the good Lord.
Blasphemous things, I guess we can call it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Has-Been's very blasphemous. They're not really. I mean,
it's about hell.
Like, it's about hell, but it's not really blasphemous. But then I was like, it kind of is, because they call Adam, the original guy, like the world's biggest dick. So I was like, we might get into it there, right? But I go, would you like to watch a bad show or a worse show? And she goes, bad. So we watched the pilot for Has-Been. She goes, all right, it's not bad.
All right.
Like, well, what would you rate it out of 10? She was like, like a 6. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. I didn't really think we'd get that high. I was like, let's watch the worst one. And I showed her the pilot for Hell of a Boss.
Okay.
And I keep looking over, laughing at some of the things, and she's watching it like this.
It's wincing.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't like.
So that one ends, and it's a third of the length. Like the pilot for Has-Been's 30 minutes, pilot for Hell of It's 10. So I go, okay, 10 minutes. What would you rate that? That's a 4.
Okay, that's still higher than I thought.
That's really not bad. Okay, I thought you'd be like absolute 0. So I probably can't convince her to watch Hell of a Boss, but we are on episode 7 of Has-Been right now.
All right, well, good, I suppose.
There's only one left. And I was like, who do you like? She's like, I like Alistair. And I'm like, he's the most evil one. And she goes, he's charming. And I was like, okay.
She's not a Baggy stan.
No. Well, at first she just liked Charlie, the main person. And I was like, yeah, because she's the goody two shoes. Of course you like her. And then she liked Alistair. And I'm like, dude, he's like legit the evil one. Like he's the worst one on the show. Why do you like the bad guy?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. He seems cool.
All right. Good enough.
So then I was really wondering how we would take the angel dust episode with all the like sexual assault stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get done with that one. I was like, what do you think of this episode? And she was like, I like Angel.
Oh,
that's sad. I don't like that. And I was like, you kind of like this. She's like, I want to know what happens next. What's happening?
All right.
She's not like in love with it. Plus, she was falling asleep in the last one last night. So just whatever. But she can't escape it. So we're going to finish it. And then I'll see if she gives it a higher rating than a 6. That should be the pilot. I just think it's funny that I can just be like, oh, yeah, you can't move. Let's watch this now.
Clockwork Orange, her eyes open and everything.
But after this, she's been wanting to watch Puss in Boots, which we looked over on the show a while back. I think in a pre-ramble because we were just talking about the animation and stuff. She's been dying to watch that, and I have the 4K copy, so we're going to watch the new Puss in Boots. That one she'll actually enjoy and have a fun time with.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's about death, but
I just like. Does nobody else just like show their parents things they know they won't like. I just think it's funny.
I
do
don't.
that shit all the time.
I don't antagonize my mom.
I only antagonize my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, look at this," and she's like, "That's gross." I'm like, "Hee."
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. I'm like, "You raised a deviant. Look at this.
Look what you've done.
You tried your best, but I'm fucked up." I think it's funny. But anyway, so we're watching Has Been Hotel, and so this is my third like full viewing.
Uh-huh.
Why am I crying harder this time than like first or second time?
Oh
Like
my God.
something about it. There was like this one, it just like really fucked me up for some reason. And then there's a character that I kind of like wrote off, and I was like, that's kind of a real. I'm not gonna lie. Vaggy's creeping up there, man.
All right.
Vaggy ain't
All
bad,
right.
man. I like Vaggy a
Rubber
little
bottoms for Vaggy.
Maybe she's kind of cool. She's kind of cool. Took like 3 times testing out the waters, but I guess I could bottom. But
Well,
no, it's good again, and I'm just being mean to my mom because why not?
all right.
I guess I am the only one. Everyone's always like, "Why are you mean to your mom?" I'm like, this isn't mean. It's how you are with moms.
I
You
think that's
bug
just
them.
you.
Probably.
Write in the comments if you're mean to your mom.
And if you laugh about it. But anyway, yeah. So she's doing good. We
Good.
do have. So you guys are hearing this on the Monday. So last Friday is the appointment to like check everything over. So I might be back at like normal home life
Good.
by next week, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
What's the expected recovery time for getting your discs shaved?
Honestly, you're supposed to just take 2 weeks of doing absolutely nothing because she starts work next week. So like the day you're hearing this, she's back at work. Granted,
Yeah.
we sit in an office chair and don't do anything.
Yeah, she's not like out there in the field lifting bags of corn over her head or something.
Yeah, but you're more allowed to open up a bag of chips probably and all that
Okay.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so like it's 2 weeks of just like nothing, don't even breathe,
Yeah.
and then like 2 months of like building up all your strength again, kind of thing.
Okay. Nice.
It's
Is she gonna
kind
go
of
to physical therapy?
interesting. I think no, I don't think so because it's not like anything will have like made it to where she can't do anything.
Yeah,
'Cause
I guess
the
it
reason
didn't
why
look
it happened was like she had like missing feeling
right.
in spots. So I guess
She's not having to like relearn how to open bags of chips.
Yeah, she just will be able to again. Even though I caught her doing something she wasn't supposed to do like yesterday. And then like so like I'm here doing this and I was like, don't feed Jinx while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Don't do that. She's like, I already took her out and I lifted her up and all 70 pounds, washed her feet. And I was like, no, I'm not there.
God.
So I'm not there to beat her up, but well, my mom is notoriously the worst patient.
I feel like
Like
most moms are for some
why, dude?
I don't know. I guess they
do
just
what
been,
you're
like,
told.
they've been the ones telling people to do what they're told though, and moms
Yeah.
don't listen.
They don't. I was like, woman, quit moving. And she's just like, well, let me do this real quick. Oh, I gotta go to the store on the way back. I ate my dad's last drumstick last night.
Oh no.
That might cause a kerfuffle.
Can't have that. No kerfuffles.
But no, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
Good.
All
I'm
good.
glad she's
I'm
getting
more
on
just-
better.
Yeah, I just more want to tell you that I'm burdening her with shows she won't enjoy.
Okay. Well, good shit. I've been getting swole. Speaking of core muscles and shit.
Okay.
I've been going to the gym for the first time in a very long time.
Okay.
It sucks, dude. I don't like it. I don't know.
From the gym or like being out of shape kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't like being out of shape. I don't like going to the gym either, though.
I don't like going to the gym.
I enjoy the feeling of working out and getting stronger. I don't like
but I want to do that at
doing
home.
it. I never do it at home is the problem. Like I have a treadmill, I have a stationary bike, we have free weights here, we've got little resistance bands and stuff from physical therapy. I am the kind of person who like I will have the stuff here and I will not use it ever.
Why?
I don't know. It's something about the environment that I'm in. Like if I'm
Yeah.
at a gym where other people are using gym equipment, like I could just take my own resistance bands and I would just go to the gym and do
You're
those and
like,
be happy.
well, I can't not be doing it.
Yeah,
They all
exactly.
are.
I'm just a
Okay.
sheep at heart. I follow the crowd, really. But yeah, I mean, core muscles, I feel like as I age, which is what
Mhm.
I'm doing now because I am over 30, I'm aging. I
Okay.
feel like as I age, I am losing muscle very quickly. Like,
I think that's what's happening with my shoulder.
yeah, like we're just not able to do the same shit anymore. And it
Why?
sucks. Like, I used to, when I was a kid, I was like lifting bags of dog food just for fun. Like, I mean, I worked at a chlorine store where I would lift
Oh, yeah?
100 pounds things of chlorine, like no fucking problem, just carrying stuff out to cars for customers and stuff. I'm like, who was she?
Yeah.
I don't recognize that in me anymore. So I've been wanting to like get strong again, or at least get to some form of me that I recognize
Yeah.
because I don't know. I don't want to have to struggle to open a jar of pickles.
Yeah. I
And
feel that.
so I've been doing a lot of like strength workout and stuff, and it's hard and my
Oh, yeah.
body hurts. Also, my hips suck. Like, I just as an adult have I feel like my hip health is deteriorating quickly. And I've always had fucked up hips because I got hit by a car when I was a kid and like
Yeah.
knocked me all out of whack and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like just walking now for any kind of long distance is
Yeah.
my right hip. I'm like, oh, the old hip is acting up again. I don't want to be that person. I don't like
Um,
that version.
you were hit by a car?
Yeah, you did that, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, I got hit by a car.
Like, because you ran into the street for a
So
ball? What'd you do?
it was me and 6 friends. Like there were a bunch of us crossing the street, and it was actually
Okay.
here in the colony. I don't know if it was any friends that you would know because it was back in middle school and it was like
Yeah.
friends that I didn't hang out with all the time. But we were at the old McDonald's and then we were crossing
Okay.
Main Street and we had a walk signal, but the dude who we were crossing McDonald's, this means nothing for people who are not local. We were crossing McDonald's coming like toward the middle school, you know?
Yeah.
And the car was turning from that road going up Main Street toward 121.
Okay.
And he had like a green light, I guess, but you're supposed to yield to pedestrians because
Yeah.
you don't want to hit kids. And he hit 3 of us, just completely like boom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't tell you
What the
this ever.
fuck? No.
Yeah, I got hit by a car.
I thought it was like, haha, I got hit by a car. But like, no, you got like run over.
Yeah, I got hit by a car.
Did you like topple over the hood?
No, thank God. So, Megan Shanholzer, actually, you know her. I don't know if
Yeah.
you could, I just said her full name on this podcast. I'm sorry, but like Megan, our friend Megan from high school, she was.
That's how it always is when you say names of people in school. They only have both first and last names.
Can't just say with the first name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Megan was 2 in front of me, and then Michelle was in front of me, and I was the last one. And so the like I got hit in the hip and got like
Yeah.
knocked clear of the vehicle. I went flying into
Oh
the
my
median.
God.
Yeah, I got like a bloody arm and everything. Like I skinned on the ground. I still have like a scar on my elbow from where I
Okay.
got road rash.
No, I didn't know this.
I can't believe you didn't know this. Yeah. And Michelle, who was in front of me, she got the worst of it because she like rolled up on the hood of the car.
Okay, so
Like,
she toppled it. Okay.
yeah, she wrecked all of her ligaments in her leg. All of them. She was in a full leg cast for the better part of a year. Like it was
Okay.
bad. And the girl in front, Megan, they ran over her foot and she like tried to pull her foot out and so it like dislocated her ankle and like broke her foot. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? That's like a
I
legit
never told you this.
event.
Yeah. We were 12. We were 12 years old and we all got hit by a vehicle.
So what happened? Like you just get hit and the guy goes, sorry, and leaves? Like,
luckily he did pull over. So I like, you know, when shit happens and adrenaline just fucking goes through you. Like,
yeah.
so the dude mowed over 3 children in broad fucking daylight and just kind of kept driving. And I don't know if he didn't know what to do because there's not a place to pull over there. But I
There
took
didn't
off.
used to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
off sprinting after his car after having been hit and thrown clear.
After
I'm
eating
like,
shit. Okay.
yeah, I'm fucking running after this guy's car because adrenaline is just like, I am adrenaline at this point. And he like leans out and he's like, I'm gonna pull over, I'm so sorry. And then like he does, he comes and pulls over and parks, and like we call the ambulance. It's a whole thing. Everyone was crying, moms were there. It was it was a whole event. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a whole thing. But yeah, I don't think we press charges or anything on him. I feel like in hindsight, I should have received a pretty large sum of money for being hit by a vehicle, but I don't think we ever like pursued action or anything or even filed a claim. I don't know.
They just went, she's fine.
Yeah, she could walk it off. It's okay.
Didn't you see her just lift like 10 bags of dog food today? Like, she's fine.
She's fine. Yeah, that's why I don't like to cross roads. Like I have PTSD every time I'm at a cross.
Podcast movements make a lot of sense now.
Yeah, that's why I'm always like, please don't cross the road. Please wait for me. Yeah.
And since I've never been hit, that's why I'm always like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't like crossing the road.
Frogger with fucking traffic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
gross,
get hit by a car. It's not a fun time. But yeah. That's why my hip is all messed up. So I have a bad hip.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm working on my strength, basically, is long and short of it. Like I don't know. I don't like thinking about my future and being like, I don't know, incapable of doing stuff.
I get like super jealous of seeing like, you'll see like your Jack LaLannes and shit. They're like 70 and they're as fit as I was at 20. You know?
I
want to do that, but I just sit like this though. Like I don't do anything about it.
One thing I really like about going to the gym is just like, this is going to sound creepy in the way I see it. I like to look at the people at the gym and not in any kind of leering way of like, look at that piece of candy. Like,
you see what they're doing.
I want to see the humanity on display at the gym. Like that guy has really big legs. That's fascinating. How'd they get so big? What'd you do? Can you flex for me? Like, I wish it was okay to walk up to people and just be like, can you know what?
You can.
You probably can. Bodybuilders are like, you want me to fucking flex for you? Like, yeah, I'll flex for you.
Oh, it's not even that. Okay. So basically you're saying you want all of my gym TikToks that I get all the time.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I get bodybuilding and then just gym talk stuff like all the time. Like,
nice. I don't get that TikToks.
Well, so there's one guy I get all the time. What he does is he will like show a video and then talk about how scummy that person was, be it a dude or a lady, and go, that's not what the fucking gym is. You just made fun of this person because they did a workout in a way that you didn't deem correct. Maybe they've never done it before. Maybe they've never seen this machine. And now you've discouraged this person from ever coming back on their health journey. And that is the absolute worst thing you can do. Fucking get better, stay fit. And that's his whole TikTok is like etiquette in the gym and all this stuff. And then I get guys that like, they just promote like guys being guys in the, like guys being dudes in the gym. So like you'll have a guy or you've seen these ones, right? This one was so stupid. This girl asked for a spotter, right?
Okay.
So she taps this guy. So he's okay. So he comes over and he's doing like the spotting with her like this.
Yeah.
And then a guy comes behind him and he's spotting him. And then a guy comes behind him and he's spotting him. And you get this conga line of like 10 people spotting this one girl or whatever.
Yes.
This shit's so funny. Like there's a whole good community there.
There is. Yeah.
That you just don't hear about a lot because you always hear about the fucking shit people.
I always worry at the gym. Like I have a fear of being ridiculed, being made fun of just because of like general bullying that I received as a kid. But like, I don't want, Yeah, like I don't want to go. That's a part of why I don't like to go to the gym, because the first time
Yeah.
I went there, I flat out almost had a panic attack because I was standing next to Richard and he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I actually want to go home and maybe die because I don't want to be here
Yeah.
anymore." And I don't know. I have a fear that I'm going to go in there and like lift a weight wrong and people are going to point and laugh and be like, "Look at her. Oh, stupid. Oh my god. Why would she ever do that?"
I truly believe, I do truly believe this deep down, that if that were to happen, 5 people would come to your aid. Like
I hope so.
I think the good people in the gym outnumber the bad like 5-1.
Yeah.
I know that those people are in there because, like, I remember when me and Taylor were going to the gym, we were going to LA Fitness for a while, which I still have that membership, you know.
You should probably cancel that.
Dude, no, I have such a fucking cheap deal. I can't get rid of it. I can't do it.
Go to the gym.
But COVID happened and I got icky.
Literally nobody wipes down the machines and it makes me
That's
sick.
why I don't like going to the
It
gym.
makes me sick, bro.
I wipe down every machine
Yeah.
and people look at me like I'm fucking weird.
Yeah, like why are you wiping it down? Like it's just sweat. It's body.
Yeah,
Your
it's
body has
mine.
been on there. Yeah.
You know, it's mine. So I should get rid of it. It's not
Yes.
for this person to have to deal with it after. I
I
fucking
don't want to
hate that
sit
shit.
down in a wet, sticky machine. Like
I know.
but
I hate
nasty.
that shit.
Be good to the gym. Be
But
good
yeah.
to yourselves and each other.
So when I was there one time, I was doing some machine and you do like 3 reps of stuff or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I like did 1, I was taking my break, and then I did like number 2, and I took my break, and this guy like comes over and he goes like, "I've been watching you do that. Like you've been on this. Like I need to get mine in like real quick. Like can I just fucking do it real quick?" And I was like, "Sure." And I just went and did a whole different machine, and then he does 3 sets, taking longer than I took.
Oh my god.
Like that's like the worst one I've had, and that's not bad. It's not like he was like mean to me, but like it's somebody that's not aware of their place in the gym, you know?
Yeah.
Like we all are. It's a community shared space and machines. Like
Yes.
you don't deserve it more than I do, but if I'm using it,
just like take a lap and do a different machine, you know?
Yeah. And if you do it and take longer than I did, how was I in the fucking wrong?
Yeah, like why does he deserve it more than you? That's really frustrating.
Yeah. And I don't know. It just that fucking bugged me. Hated that. I do miss going to the gym. I don't know. The gym still feels gross to me after COVID. I just that's too personal, I think.
We have towels that we take and then we get the sanitizer that sits on the wall that nobody touches and just spray everything, wipe everything, and
yeah,
you gotta wipe it down. You gotta wipe it down.
Maybe I'll get some gloves so I don't have to touch anything with my hands.
There you go. Know? I always feel really gross when I get home. Not just like sweaty gross, but like I have touched a lot of people gross.
That's what I mean. That's why I can't bring myself to go.
That's valid.
But like I should, and I would like to go. I prefer the breadth of machines that I can go use at my LA Fitness, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot more than like, you have a treadmill and some free weights, but like there's so many more options you can have there.
And more like resistance and stuff. Like I want I like the concept of having machines because then you can just go from machine to machine and be like, what's this one do? And sit there and do it and then move on to the next one.
Yeah. I would like to get back into it, but like I even feel like Taylor's more into going and I'm like icky.
Yeah. We've
like,
been
I'm maybe 2025 I'll feel like it's been like 5 years removed from COVID. I might feel a little better, but sometimes somebody coughs wrong next to me and I flash back to 2020.
Yeah.
And go like
Yep. I feel that.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
We've been going to the 24-hour fitness, and what's cool about it is that we're going for free because one of our friends has a membership there and you get like 2 free guest passes. So every time he goes, we can just like scan in with him. Like, these are my guests. I'm freaking them. It's very cool.
That is cool because LA Fitness did it, but it's like you could bring your guests twice.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, like you could bring them like 2 times and then that's it. Yeah, it's like,
we
get them used to it so that then they won't be here forever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we get unlimited free rides. I should check on that before like it runs out
That's legit.
unexpectedly.
Yeah. Because that's legit if you
It is
can.
legit. Yeah.
You know?
I like it a lot.
But
Gym time.
proud of you though, because
Thank
it
you.
is extremely hard to push yourself. But I will admit, from when I did it, it's a whole, a Rolling Stone gathers no moss kind of shit. Like once you are doing it, you crave doing it and you don't
Yeah.
mind it. But that initial hump and that first getting over the hurt shit
Yeah.
is the hard part. But like once you're good with it, like it does. It feels so good.
Yeah.
But I am so far removed from that feeling. I am in the like, I just want to look at this big TV for a while. So, but maybe you can inspire me to get in that COVID mess.
I'll
I
get
don't know.
crazy good muscles and you can look at them and I'll be like, wow. And you'll be like, I want that.
Nice. Gonna turn to a regular old buff pup. Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, with that, would you like to take a quick break?
Yes, please.
Want to go do that cool down before we start doing some more YMBToAP reps?
Get our protein in.
Ooh, let's do it.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like The Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, The Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
All right, guys. If you're just loving this episode, but you crave more YMBToAP, you just like, this isn't enough, I need a little bit more, you can go get you tons, and I mean tons, of extra content. Go over to patreon.com/YMBToAP. Sign up to be a patron. We would love to see you guys there. You can join for as low as $2. Get the nice secret Discord. I'm looking at it right now. People are talking right here. Look at that. There's stuff right there. Ooh, that's something about Blade Runner and Michelle Yeoh. I'm interested in that.
I saw that earlier. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah. You see the cool stuff we're sharing over there? Just stuff we find interesting. It's a good time. You got the episode discussion, memes, anime, video games, the spooky season that we keep going all year round.
Spooky season.
Go check it out. Or you can jump up to $5. You can get the show we do before this show. We do the pre-ramble, kind of get out, just our weird stuff before we get into the weird stuff here. This is the toned down version. I'm telling you. You want the weird stuff? You want the pre-ramble. Okay. The pre-ramble is the weird stuff. Or you can go on up to $10. That's the Zeitgeist tier, and you get all the above. You get the Discord, you get the pre-ramble stuff, but then you get our monthly reviews, where we do usually a deep dive on a movie, TV show, sometimes a game. That one's been a minute, because games are not exactly that short, and we've been burned on quite a few.
Yes.
Games are not as easily good to find, just like, that's a good one. You know what I mean? Looking at you, Control. I don't mind dropping that one. That game was whatever.
Garbage.
We've done trilogy ones before. You get 3 movies in one review. We've done full 6 seasons of a TV show. Boom. Deep dive into all of it.
We sure have.
Literally so much stuff. And sometimes we do community events. We just watched Starship Troopers with everybody in April for our 5-year anniversary. So you never know when we might do a community event. You can be live watching it with us, chatting with us, discussing it, all that good stuff. So if you feel like it, go check it on out. But don't forget our website. You can go over to our website, check out the playlist for all these things we have. Look at our beautiful faces like you aren't right now, since we're into videos now. as Kelsey puts it, we're in Technicolor now, which I love that.
We are.
You can also go to Redbubble, check out some stickers. I've been asked about shirts. We will think about that.
We're thinking about shirts.
We're thinking about bringing the shirts back. If there's enough outcry, maybe the shirts come back. We'll see.
If you want a shirt, get in the comments. Let us know.
And we'll bring it back to Redbubble, though, not the other place. Redbubble, you get more options for types of shirts and all that. I'm not wearing a Redbubble one now, but I buy quite a few from Redbubble. Them's good shirts. So if we do there, you might like them. Again, thank you to all of our supporters. We love you guys so much. And with that, let's get you on back to that regularly scheduled content. Boom! I want to tell you about something.
Tell me about it.
I don't really have a lot to tell you about it because I haven't read that much of it.
Okay.
So, you know that I wanted to read more.
Yes.
We for
both made
my
goal this
New
year.
Year's thing. Okay, yeah. Not meeting the goal. It's not going to fucking happen.
I'm not meeting mine either.
Yeah. I'm not even reading anything that I would consider what I was trying to do for Book Corner. Not even related. But I got a thing. You have a Google Pixel.
Yeah.
You ever use the Discover feed over on the side and you'd get like just like a couple of news stories tailored to you?
Every once in a while. I turned it off
raw.
in the election cycle because it was too much. But I should turn it on again.
You know what that means, don't you?
What?
That's the algorithm. That means you was looking at that stuff. Quit looking at it.
I can't not look at it.
Because mine's like top 10 Dragon Ball fighters.
Yeah.
Helldivers looks like this. Here's a news story you read last week. Oh, let's read it again. Not really.
Greatest hits.
I do get like a lot of lists or just like weird things.
Yeah.
And I got one in there that I was like, well, let's see what you're saying. Because I knew this existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
It said, this new manga might be the thing you're looking for to fill your Full Metal Alchemist needs. And I was like, well, that's pretty clickbaity. I'll jump into it.
Tell me more.
Click. So I click it. And I already knew that the person that wrote Full Metal Alchemist had started another manga very recently.
Cool. I didn't know that.
So like I knew that she had, her name is, cool, I have to say names. This is for Kelsey to say because she's taking Japanese. Kelsey's gonna say this for me.
Okay.
I only have a problem with the first name.
Hiromu Arakawa.
Okay. Of course, all manga is written by ladies all the time. So she wrote Full Metal, which is fucking top, man. It's the fucking top of manga, top of anime. It's the best.
Tops.
Well, she finally came out with a new manga, a follow-up. It's not really a follow-up to Full Metal. It's unrelated, right? But she did start one. I'd like to tell you when it started. Because, she started this on December 10th, 2021. So it's actually been ongoing for a hot minute. It's been 3 years, right? It's called Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
I will share this with you. I'm going to go ahead and pop... I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you real quick because I would like for you to see the cover because I want you to be like, oh, yeah, she just has one look. And that's it. Dude, like, she just made Ed again.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, she's got a thing for dudes with gold hair, right?
Can you blame her?
So I was like, well, what's the deal? And it said basically it has the like not like mystical, but it's not like really like grounded stuff. Like the alchemy shit's pretty like fantastical, right?
Yeah.
They're like, it's got that and the family themes that you like about Full Metal and kind of brings them in here again. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I was like, well, I know it's newer. So I was like, is this going to be my first manga that I'm going to like collect and follow all the
Oh.
way through as it happens.
Okay.
So I decided to go to Barnes and Noble, and I picked up this one right here. So this is the one I have. It's in the other room right now. But so this would be, I guess, like the first 3 or 4 chapters. 'Cause it's like a volume one, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll read the first chapter, and we'll see if I even care. Because I feel like you can't be sold really on the first chapter. You know, you
Sure.
gotta let it build. You gotta like
Yeah.
figure out what's going on. I'm sold on the first chapter.
All right.
I was like, I want to fucking know what's happening. I'm like actually intrigued. I'd have no idea what it's about still.
Okay.
But you feel like it's old timey. They're like riding on horses or using bow and arrows. Everyone's like fishing and like picking out stuff from the rice fields. It feels very old timey, right?
Yeah.
And he rides in, and they keep talking about these wind currents. Like, oh, that's like, you know, like a pure like dragon's breath or something. And then they hear this noise, and I was like, oh shit. I had my phone out ready to text Mary, like, I found a manga with fucking dragons in it.
Oh
'Cause
man.
she loves dragons. And they go, I think there's dragons coming, right? And then helicopters roll over, and I was like, whoa,
That's
like,
not dragons.
this is some village shit. Like, there's just people living in the wrong century in the right century, you know?
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, these like helicopters come in, SWAT dudes with guns show up, and I was
Wow.
like, what is happening? And then this one girl comes up, and she just like looks at a guy and goes, she goes like this. She takes her hand and goes, chomp, chomp, like that, just with her hand.
Okay.
And his fucking arms just go whoosh, whoosh, and just
Oh,
get
no.
chomped off.
What?
And I was like, now what's happening? So it's like really getting stressed out. And there's a person that can like, he's like a seer, so he can see like beyond the normal veil, I guess. And there's just
Okay.
this giant set of teeth following this girl around. So she's actually chomping motherfuckers in half.
That's nuts.
And then the chapter ended, and I was like, I'm hooked. I feel like
Gotta
you can
know
pull it
more.
off. You did
Yeah.
the Full Metal. Like, okay, I feel like knowing who you are, what you can make, this is intriguing enough to know what you're capable of. I am in it. I am in the shit. So I think I'm going to start reading this thing.
All right, cool.
Now, like I said, it's been happening since 2021. I've never followed a manga live. I mean, this could go on for like 10 more years. I don't
You
know.
never know.
You know? Like, I really don't know what to expect out of this.
Yeah.
Because I've never done that kind of thing. So it started December 10th, 2021.
Yeah, how many do we have right now?
There are 6 volumes, which is 24 chapters.
Okay.
So that tells me that's not even one a fucking month.
Yeah, that's not many at all.
Like, that's a long ways, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pace myself because I could read these 6 way too quick, you know?
True.
Yeesh, man. Does this really give me a thing? It says it's in this monthly magazine. Oh, but it's just in a monthly magazine, but it might not come out every month.
Okay.
That sucks, dude. But I mean, most manga's like written and drawn by the person.
Yeah, so that's
it takes a long
lot.
fucking time, you know?
Right.
Damn it. Why I have to find something cool and I can't be done with it? I haven't done unfinished shit in a long time. I'm not used to this. I don't like it.
It's not kind.
But do you know how much easier it is to get into something and buy it for tiny bits of dollars every 6 months than going like, okay, I'm ready to buy all of Berserk today. It's $400. You know?
Exactly. You get a payment plan at Berserk, like one comic a month for, 85 years, then it's a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, because I think this book with the first 4 chapters was like $9, maybe like 10. So like, let's say, okay, so June, September, like $10 every 6 months.
All right.
That's not bad. And then I'll have them. So I like Full Metal enough that I was like, oh, she did it. I'm into it. But then I was actually into it. So I think I'm going to read it and hopefully it goes good.
Okay.
We'll see.
Good stuff.
I like it. How would you say it? Is it demons or daemons?
I would
'Cause
say
it is
demons.
DAE.
Yeah, people be putting vowels in there. It's like fairy. Fairy, you could throw
True
any vowels at fairy and it's still the word fairy.
That is absolutely true. So, okay, that's fine. Oh, interesting. She announced this and released it on the 20th anniversary of Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, cool.
Yeek. 20 years?
It's a long time.
When did fucking Full Metal start? It was first published in 2001 and ran till 2010. That's 9
Dang,
years.
That's a long time.
9 years. So I might be looking at like 5 more years before this ever concludes.
Yeah. Or
That'd be fun,
more.
right? I guess. Yeah, because what if she has more to say than? But yeah, but Full Metal's long,
Yeah, it is.
so I can't imagine. Then it'd be cool because now I'm reading it. They might make a show out of it down the road, and I'm like, oh, I know that.
Find out this
Oh.
thing, and then you can be like one of those mad anime nerds, and they're like, "This is different than the manga."
Actually, that's not when that character was introduced.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yes, unfortunately.
So, I don't know. I think it could be cool. I definitely have seen it, and I remember I laughed, going like, "It's just Ed again, huh? That's funny." But then this thing was talking about how its themes are like familiar vibes of Full Metal, and I was like, "All right, I like that show, so I would enjoy something similar then."
Yeah.
So trying it out. I kind of wish manga was in color though.
Sometimes, yeah, it would be nice, but I mean that's just more time that it would take.
True. So, I did learn about some websites where you can read them without having to buy them. But
Okay.
I'm gonna buy these. I think I'll buy one book a month till I get caught up. So it's 6 months till I have all that is out,
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there.
All right. Sweet.
And I'm probably lying. I'll probably just buy all 6 like next week.
Gonna find a good deal on Amazon.
Hey, Barnes and Noble does their buy one get one 50% off anime a lot. So you know what? That one might be in there, and I don't think people are that interested or familiar with it. So maybe I can swing those. Now I'm watching for deals. I like these. So yeah, that's my new reading thing. I'm not reading any actual book or anything like that. So sorry to get your hopes up, everybody. But even though I'm making my mom watch stuff while she's there, I figured I would watch something that I've been wanting to watch, but I haven't really gotten to yet.
What's that?
So when I've been going to bed, I was like, I'm gonna watch that X-Men show, X-Men 97. It's the new.
People are all about new X-Men. It's the new hotness.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Okay.
It's good, dude.
I'm hearing mixed reports. Everyone I hear is like, yeah, it's awesome, it's so good. But then there's like this small contingency that's like, actually, it sucks. And I don't know if that's just like the way of nature of things on the internet. Like there's always going to be.
It has to be that, you know.
A noisy minority who hates stuff for no reason. I don't know.
Okay, as you guys are hearing this, the show's still not over.
Okay.
Like it's only 10 shows. This episode is going to come out on the 13th.
So it's
the final one's on the 15th.
I'm going to ask a silly question.
Yes.
It's called X-Men 97.
Yes.
It's a new show?
Yes.
Just with like the same characters from 1997 or?
It actually follows that entire TV series. Like it takes place a year after that whole TV show from 1997.
Okay. They should have named it something different.
Well, there's a comic run called X-Men 97.
Okay.
To like distinguish it, I guess, from like the X-Men comic that's real, you know?
So what they could have done is like X-Men 97 : the comic series : the TV show.
I mean, I like it because it makes you go like, oh, okay, we're talking about that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and I actually get it now. Okay, so it's called X-Men 97 because that TV show ended in 1997.
There you go.
It started in 1992, ended in 97, and we're picking it up then. So, I mean, like the show, I even think is in that time. Like, Like, it is not in today's time.
So it's just called X-Men back then?
Yeah. So, well, okay. So the X-Men show was just called X-Men, the animated series.
Okay.
But it is like a continuation of that show. So think of this as a legacy sequel.
Ah,
you know?
all right. Yeah.
It's a legacy sequel show taking place in the same time, because there's no cell phones in this show that I've seen. And there were really no cell phones in 97 yet, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this show is taking place in the 90s.
That's
It feels cool to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's cool to us, probably.
Like, I know those clothes.
Bro, I'm like, whoa. Flashback to shit. That dude was wearing the biggest coat. I was getting a little pissed off. But so the reason why I'm like, oh, it's really good. Like, there's a lot of shows that I'm like, I watched a show and it was good, right?
Yeah.
I've literally at the end of every one have been like, what the fuck happens next? They are really good with the cliffhanger, like bomb drops on this one.
Nice.
Like, okay. So I did find it funny, and I did ask Taylor this the other night. I was, because I'm not at home and she's here with Bumbus. Go take care of Bumbus.
Take care of the boy.
So she's watching Yellow Jackets right now, right?
Uh-huh.
And something else, and I was like, is it weird that like the two shows that I'm watching right now are both cartoons?
Not
like,
weird for you.
Everything I watch, I just prefer cartoons. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, why? And she did say something. I was like, maybe. She was like, I guess it helps add to the escapism of things. And I was like, ooh,
True.
Interesting. I like that. But dude, like every scene in this show, I am just flat out marveling, because it's a Marvel show, at the animation. Like, there are some scenes I'm just like, yes, that looks so, like, I'm just so into how it looks as an animated work, first and foremost.
Okay.
I didn't even watch the full X-Men animated series, I don't think. I honestly can remember maybe 5 shows off the top of my head. Like, I remember the first 2 because I keep trying to rewatch the show.
Uh-huh.
And then after the first 2, I go, I forget them. And then I remember 3 Wolverine ones because I like Wolverine. He's cool.
Who doesn't?
But like, I don't even remember a lot about the show.
Yeah.
Except for the fucking rad theme song, which, guess what? It's the same theme song.
Hell yeah.
Looking so good, but the animation is just so... It's so good. And of course, I don't have Disney Plus.
Right.
So I'm getting it another way.
Okay.
But I was given somebody's Disney Plus to view it.
There you go.
And guess what I fucking saw when I pulled it up on the TV today?
What'd you see?
It said, let me get in close. Let me get close for you
close.
guys. It said 4K HDR. You telling me I'm downloading piddly 1080p when I could have fucking such good animation
on that HDR screen?
I cannot wait to put Disney Plus on that fucking thing and check out the show again.
Oh my God.
Because some of it looks so good. And then I learned some shit, and this is the shit that sells me too. I'm a sucker for this kind of thing.
Tell me.
It's a legacy sequel, remember?
Uh-huh.
Almost every original voice is back as well.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
Like, it's like watching that old show today. That's nuts.
Amazing.
Now, here's the thing. They didn't even just say, hey, can you come back? They made those people re-audition because they were like,
really?
You recorded these like 30 years ago. You might sound like shit now.
All right. Earn your way back to your show.
And some people failed.
Dang.
But a lot of people passed. So a few notables. You ready?
Yes.
Storm is the original Storm.
Okay.
Fucking rocking that shit, right? The original Wolverine dude is back, which I fucking love.
Nice.
Jennifer Hale is in it, and she's like a prolific voice actress.
Yeah.
She's a bunch of shit. Some people are replaced, and it's just fucking really good. Like, It's just good.
Good.
I don't even have quite an affinity for the X-Men. I'm not really like a huge X-Men person.
Yeah.
And I was for real like, I have to watch it. It was like 3 a.m. and I was like,
Oh my God.
oh fuck that. I gotta know. that happened? What happened after that? You know?
Yeah.
I only made it 4 shows in. And I am like, what the hell is gonna happen?
Mm.
Like I am so intrigued about what's gonna happen. And people are mad because it's apparently very leftist. It's very woke.
Okay.
I think most of the things you're hearing that like that's why it sucks is that shit.
Maybe.
Because remember, we even touched on Gambit's crop top.
Oh my God. Yes. The crappy
That's this
copy.
show.
Okay.
That's this. They're mad at Storm being a black woman with a mohawk.
How dare
Because
she?
that's such a fucking progressive, trendy fucking haircut bullshit, right? And people are pulling out the comic from like the 80s going like, you mean the haircut she had in the 80s? The exact
Yeah.
same fucking look she had?
It's just who she is.
That's her look. But that's fucking woke, bro.
Too
You know what I
much for
mean?
me.
Like, I just kind of wanted to see it because I was like, oh, interesting. It's like the old show I used to watch as a kid brought back. What's that going to be like?
Yeah.
And then the first show, I was like, ooh, what the fuck is that all about? But I watched it when it aired, and this is actually happening weekly. So it's happening 1 a week. So
Nice.
I've been waiting. So I watched the first one March 20th. We are now at the end of May, and I'm just now starting to watch it because the season will be complete. And I'm glad I fucking waited because I would be losing my mind on some of these cliffhangers. That's why I had to take a break because I was like, if I watch all of them I have, the last 2 shows don't air for 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks. I might as well just wait now.
You're gonna be jonesing.
So I don't know. I think you may enjoy it, not from just like, oh, I love the X-Men. I like it from a man, they really just like treated it good. Like it's just good animation. It doesn't seem shady. And then a lot of people are talking, since this did so good, maybe we do a Spider-Man 1998 and bring back the Spider-Man from. If they brought back my Spider-Man from when I was a kid, and they close it out and he could find Mary Jane, oh my God, I would die.
Yeah.
You know that show ended on a fucking cliffhanger that never ended.
Oh God, that sucks.
The last episode of my Spider-Man show from when I was a kid was, so Mary Jane got lost. She fell through a portal that transported you through time or some shit.
Okay.
And he spent a season looking for her. And at the end of that season, they think they might know where to go. And he goes, let's go. And that's the end of the show.
This explains a lot about you.
If he can find her in 2025,
God,
I would be a complete human. I could be off the earth finally.
you might be healed.
I could be done. My life's work would be complete. I could know what happened to Spider-Man 1998, you know?
Yeah.
But so apparently that's just a rumor. Like there's really nothing pertinent to that.
Okay.
We can make it happen. Everybody.
We can do it.
Go Helldivery.
Yeah.
Raise some stink. Let's get
Band
Spider-Man
together.
98, man. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check out Friday Roundup from last week for May 10th. You'll know all you need to know.
Very interesting story about the video game community and speaking your piece.
So I know you don't really like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
But there's almost no superhero like good doing happening thus
It's just
far.
like human stuff.
It's just the fucking shit that's happening between the team.
Okay.
And then their relations with people, because you know, like the X-Men is just a giant allegory for being gay.
That's news to me.
That's what X-Men's all about. Like, you are different than everyone else on the planet. And everybody hates you for being different.
Shit.
You have a thing that nobody else has, and everybody's scared of that thing. So we shun you, and we want to cure you and make you be normal. Come back to the fold.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, Stanley's a genius, man.
The X-Men have been gay the whole time?
Yeah, that's the point. So again, it's leftist and woke because it's got gay shit, and there's really nothing gay in this so far.
Except for that crappy toppy.
And I loved it, man. I loved it. It was
I
great.
want some more of it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about the big twist for episode 1.
Okay.
And then we'll see if you're like, well, maybe I'd want to learn. So like the big villain of the show is Magneto.
Okay.
Because you watch the movies at least, right? With like
I've
Hugh Jackman and
seen
shit.
Just the one Wolverine
But
movie.
like, okay, so that's not an X-Men movie then.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't count. So there's like Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, right?
Yes.
They were best friends, but then one thinks humans and mutants can live together, and one thinks mutants should be the only people on the Earth, right?
Yikes. Okay.
And they battle all the time.
Mm.
Well, at the end of the old TV show, I guess Professor X got assassinated and murdered.
Okay.
And this picks up a year later, and his last will and testament was to give the X-Men and everything he owns to his number one villain, Magneto. And that's where episode 1 ended. And I'm like, that's got nothing superhero. I'm just like, why would you do that?
Yeah. All right.
And then it continues. And I think you'd like that. I get into a little bit of the spoiler for the next one. Just to give you like the vibes. Because like there's no fighting bad guys. Basically, they arrest Magneto and say, you've been humanity's worst villain forever. You should stand trial. And he goes, okay, I'll do it. And they're like, you're not going to like fight out of it? He's like, a friend of mine has challenged me to view the world in a different way.
Uh-huh.
So I will try my best to be what my friend believes I can be. And so he goes to trial, even though he could easily just fucking murder everybody and leave, because his friend, who he'd battled for like 20, 40 years, still believed that he could see his side of the fight. And so he's like trying to give into that. And I'm like, can you imagine having a friend that you were so close with and you parted on one giant problem, and they still believe that you could see their side, so they give their life's work to you after they die, and you actually try to go, let me see if I can be the person that he always thought I could be.
Yeah,
that's fucking deep, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm watching it for. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that sounds
you better
interesting.
not fuck it up, Magneto. Like I want to know. Then I got a little bit more because there's stuff with Rogue, and it's interesting, man.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it.
There's some interesting ideas. Plus, there's one like really cool goth girl sequence, so I think you'd like that. But anyway, it's a good show. I think it's worth it. I would wait till it's over because I don't know if you're like me, but like I don't want to wait any more than I would need to, so I'm just gonna crank it out in one go.
Just talking about spending the time to read an anime as it's happening.
But I have no choice, and I'm not happy about it. but for shit, I already turned her name off.
Hiromu
Arakawa, I would do anything for you. You made Full Metal, and it is dope. And you're amazing.
I lay my life at your feet.
I die for Hiromu. But anyway, so that's X-Men 97. It's on Disney Plus. Go check it out. It's 10 episodes. It's not over quite yet. It's not what I thought. I guess you'd think it's Monster of the Week, fight a new bad guy, and so far that hasn't happened.
Okay, cool.
So check it out.
You want to know what I've been watching?
Oh wow, always
watching some motherfucking playoff hockey. It is time. It has been intense. Okay. So
wait.
Stars.
We were driving home from the Waco thing, and there was a Stars game happening then.
Yes.
What was the significance of that game to where we are now?
That one was game 6, 5. I can't remember what day it was, but it was a really rough series. So every hockey series, you do 7 games, and it's best of 7 wins. Okay. So first to 4 wins, basically. You don't have to play all 7. So the Stars, we have home ice advantage because I'm talking about round 1. So we're let me talk about round one real quick. So
Okay.
round one, the Stars played the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who we played last year, and we got ousted in game at 6 or 7. I think it was game 7.
Okay.
And it was really hard and tragic and bad from me personally. It was just a rough one.
Yeah.
And then the Golden Knights went on to win the cup that year. So it was just extra like dagger in the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the round one for us this year, we met the Golden Knights again. And I was like, this is gonna suck and I don't want it. And it has a lot of significance for me because my dad and I watched hockey all the time together. Like that was our thing. I got into hockey because of my dad. My dad was a hockey player, not professionally, but like it's in his blood, you know, it's who he was. And so like the final hockey series I got to watch with him was the Stars versus the Vegas Golden Knights. And I was just like holding on hope because like it was right when my dad's illness was really bad. Like the final game happened like maybe a month before he passed. So it was really the last thing that I got to do with him was to watch this series of hockey. And coming around to it this time, there was so much stakes on it for me emotionally. Like I needed to see the Stars beat the Knights.
Rise up and crush them.
Yeah, I really didn't want to see if they were to fail out here. Like I haven't even been able to watch hockey this year because I've been so emotional about it. Like it's hard for me because it was the thing I shared with my dad. So like every game I watch, I'm just thinking about him the whole time. But yeah, so been watching this series and it's been emotional, but like game 7 was here and it was down to the last like 5 minutes of the game. The Stars had scored early in the third period to break the tie and now we're ahead. So I was like, yes, we just have to hold on for this period. And the entire period, I'm just like fists in my mouth, like trying not to cry. And the last like 5 minutes of it, I can't like hold the dam back anymore. And I'm just like sobbing, sitting on the couch. And Richard's like, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. And I'm like, what if they lose? And what if it was emotionally I can't describe it. Like the importance of seeing the Stars beat the Knights kind of closed a book for me. Like it was a piece of grief that I was able to let go because finally they did win. And it was incredible, amazing. And I was totally, I don't know, a mess, blown away. But I'm just, it was nice to be able to feel that like my dad is able to watch, you know, from beyond and see that the Stars are moving on in this playoff round. But it is only round 1. So now we're on to round 2. And we're playing the Colorado Avalanche, who Stars also played in 2023. I watched the playoff finals in the hospital with my dad, like right after his brain surgery. And Colorado beat the Stars and ended up going on to win the Stanley Cup that year.
God damn it.
I know. So the Stars have the most difficult road ahead. Like we just had to beat the 2023 champions, and now we're going to have to beat the 2022 champions. So it's been a ride. As we're recording this, it is actually peek behind the curtain. It's a Tuesday. So today is the first game of Stars versus Avs. That's Colorado. And then by the time this airs, we're kind of going to know how the series is going because they'll already be in game 4. So
if today is game 1.
Today is game 1.
Where's it at? Are they still going?
Yeah, they are. And last I checked,
let's fucking do it. Gimme. It's like live sports reporting right here.
Yeah. So this is right now it's 3-2 for the Stars, and it's the end of the second period. So
when does fucking soccer start?
Soccer?
Hockey.
When
the fuck does hockey start? It is 10:40 p.m., bro.
Oh yeah. This game started at 8:30, which is
cool.
I hate playing.
I was like, God damn, how long's a hockey game?
Hockey games are 3 hours long.
Yeah, but so are football games. But I was like, now's about the time they're ending, but they also start at like 6. So okay.
Yeah, it really depends on where you are.
Fair.
It's making me mad because when we were at the gym tonight, the game on the East Coast was on. I think it's like Panthers something or other.
Okay.
But yeah, Florida's playing, and we're watching, and I was like, man, they get such early hockey on the East Coast because I mean, for them, it was probably 8:30 actually as we were watching it. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have never looked at like sports, scores on Google. That's really neat though. Like it's got like the whole card.
Yeah.
And then it has a bar that's constantly going. So you're like, oh, this game is still ongoing. It's like an active thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I love Google's sports interface. You can even get a play-by-play in there. It's good stuff.
I wonder who's updating this. Like who's the guy sitting in here making this happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody.
Bro, I was not aware of how many periods there were in a hockey game.
Yeah.
I figured there was 4.
Nope, just 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the most hockey experience I have is a Sega game in 1997. There was some hockey game I used to play the fuck out of. It was such a good game. But that was it.
Go to a hockey game sometime. They're not expensive tickets. Like you can get tickets in like the nosebleed section, which there's no bad ticket in the house.
Here's my thing. Ready?
What's your thing?
Baseball.
Ugh.
Incredibly fucking boring.
Yeah, bad.
On TV. You go watch it in person. I quite enjoy a baseball game. I think that's just fucking fun. It's fun, dude. It's different.
Like the hot dogs if you're actually going to the game.
So now I'm kind of wondering, like, well, I've never really watched a hockey game on TV, but I'm like, I wonder if I would feel different in person,
The first hockey game that I watched was in person, I believe. Like I was never really into hockey, but one of my friends in middle school was like, my parents got season tickets and I can bring a friend. So
yeah,
I was the friend. And I went to a few games.
And then some dude's teeth fell in your lap and you were like, I fucking love hockey.
Basically.
Okay.
But yeah.
Hockey's
a good sport, man. I'm having a good time in the playoffs and I'm over the first hurdle. Like I would be absolutely jazzed if the Stars can win the cup this year. Like I think it's our year. I want it to be our year. We have been deserving for this. But if it's not our year, I will be okay.
So I'm looking at the divisions, I guess the standings. Is this saying that we're like on top? We're on a 2-win streak. Oh, but the Jets here are on a 8-win streak, I think.
What?
It just says streak, W2, streak, W8.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
8-game winning streak, which is kind of insane.
What I thought. But I'm guessing that's still the same as like it's 8 wins, 2 losses this year. 8 wins, 2 losses for them too. They've just won their last 8 in a row. We've won 2 of our last 8 wins in a row. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, well, where are we? And then we're up here at the top. So I was like, we're on top. We're on top for the season.
The Stars did finish. We won the President's Trophy, which means that they were the best in our conference.
Okay.
Number 1, baby.
So, like, do you know what all the points are and all this other stuff? Because I assume it's like, golf has that too. Like, when you win, you get like, all right, so first place gets, 30 points. Second place gets 20 points. You have like a point rating for where you stand overall, even if you win or lose. And it says we have 113 points and they have 110.
There you go.
So I was but like, I don't know what those are.
You get 2 points for winning a game. You get 1 point for losing a game in overtime. No points for losing a game.
You did tell me that. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to learn a thing.
I think hockey is one of the best and easiest sports to get into because it's cheap tickets. The games are really entertaining. Like whether you're watching in person or on TV. I think I enjoy watching them on TV because I've grown up watching them on TV and I kind of know what I'm looking for. But even if you're not, like to watch a breakaway or to watch like some of the crazy plays that happen in hockey, it's not like a crazy play in baseball where you're like, man, he just barely touched that base. It's like, oh dang, he like did a crazy thing between his legs with a stick and like flicked it off this guy's helmet into the net. Like that's, you don't get to see that too often.
I know that sports nerds just like stats and numbers.
Yeah.
Would you like to know a cool stat and number?
Tell me a cool stat and number.
While we have 113 points out of both the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, only one other team has a higher rank than that.
Sounds
That
about
would
right.
be the Rangers. Who
Yep.
the fuck is that?
New York.
Okay. Well, they have 114, so they're only 1 point ahead of us. So in every hockey team ever for the season, we are number 2.
There we go.
So that's solid, right? All right.
It's been a good season. Stars have a good group of people right now.
Hey, man, sounds good to me. I only know, who's the one?
Mike Modano?
No. Older.
Wayne Gretzky?
Go, Wayne Gretzky. That's the only name I know in hockey.
Yeah.
That is it. That's literally the only thing I know.
You know, he
Okay.
and his brother have the record for most points in the NHL by brothers.
That's awesome. See?
His brother
Sports nerd.
had 4 points.
Look at that. Sports nerds. Throwing out facts.
I love facts.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know any of these names. Because I'm looking at the players now and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They got to take better mugshots of hockey players, dude.
Hockey players don't take good mugshots. It's the problem. None of them have any teeth left.
I'm like, bro, like some of these are just them like on the ice all fucked up. And then some, it's like you're like JC Penney background with them just like
Yeah, like them signing their draft papers. They're just like, I'm excited to play hockey.
yeah, like there's no continuity in these pictures. I'm gonna need that, Dallas Stars. You need to work on that. I need some consistency in your mugshots.
Yes,
Mugshots. Let's not say mugshots. That sounds like they're
Call
a
us,
criminal
babe.
thing. In your headshots, please.
There we
Thank you.
go.
There you go. Well, good. Well, now I'm looking forward to next recording because then we'll know this and I can follow up on where your life is. Because
Yeah, I'll either be.
I imagine this
in
is like eating your
pieces-
life away.
Oh yeah, it's my
Yeah.
entire life right now.
Okay. Well, I'm here for it.
All right,
I'm about it.
that's all I got for you.
Cool. Well, with that, would you like to get on out of here?
Let's scoot.
Let's do it.
Ending podcast time, and this one is where I read the story.
And I'll say a question.
Okay, here we go. If you loved this episode, please tell a friend about us because word of mouth is the best way we can get the good YMBToAP into brand new ears. We say that each and every week. I don't know if you guys are doing your job. Are you telling your best friends about YMBToAP? I know we're your best friends. Are you telling your second best friends about YMBToAP?
There you go. There you go.
Because I need to know. We need to get in here. We need to get into our Patreon because we promised you guys that if we get 3 new or upgrading members in the Patreon, let's put a date on it. Let's put a timestamp on this deal.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Ask me a question.
I was told by somebody
Uh-huh.
that they were going to subscribe at the lowest tier, then upgrade, and then upgrade. Therefore,
God.
that would be 3 things. And then I get spited into sauces.
No.
So does that count?
That does not count. Get that person to
But would it count as
subscribe.
2 then? Because then it's a subscription, but then an upgrade. Like we're not talking per upgrade, just an upgrade.
Only if that person upgrades to the top tier, and then we'll consider it, okay?
Okay.
I think we should put a deadline on it.
Okay.
I think we gotta create the urgency. What about 4th of July?
You were nicer than me. I was like, June. But okay, fine. 4th. That sounds perfect because it's very barbecue season.
Yeah.
You know,
What's
talking
more
about
American
the
than
meat.
eating stuff that's gonna hurt you?
Damn right.
So,
So
3
okay, so what?
newer upgrading patrons by the 4th of July, Robert and I will be eating hot wings.
Okay.
Wings from the
I
hot
would like
one.
for you guys to do it sooner so that then I can buy them and have it here in somewhat
Yeah.
of a normal time.
I will reiterate that I don't want to do this.
And I will reiterate that I do kind of want to do it again.
I mean, I'm curious for sure. Spice is unnice.
No, spice is nice. I
But-
love the spice.
I mean, get a couple of friends, get in our Discord, get in our Patreon. It's not for nothing. We have so much content. We have years of content. There are over 150
5 years, to be
preamble
exact.
episodes. Yeah. There's over 150 preamble episodes. There's like roughly 40 Zeitgeist episodes. There's a ton of content that you're getting when you subscribe to YMBToAP. And it's only
Yeah.
$2 to access the whole back catalog. So get in there, why don't you? All right, so let's talk about releasing, because we do it every single Monday. We're here for you. And if you want to talk to us outside of YMBToAP, I know we're talking to you. If you want to talk to us, you can catch us on the Instagrams. We're also on TikTok. We're also on Discord, I think is the best place to reach us, as we just talked about. That's where the people
Honestly.
go when they're in the know. This is where you can go to just tell us exactly what you think about my cat trying to
About everything.
murder himself. This is where you
'Cause
can go
I'll
talk
admit,
about.
I check the Discord literally nonstop. All the time.
Nonstop, guys. It's bumping. It's the
I'm
best place to
looking
be.
at it right now
It's
while we're
conversation.
recording.
Happens day and night. Tell us about what you think about X-Men 97, because I would be lying if I said I wasn't interested.
I just wrote, I'm looking at it right now into
I'm
the
looking at
Discord.
it right now.
So if you were in the Discord, you saw that happen. You know when it happened in real life.
You
and
know
then you can hear
live.
about it a couple days later.
Perfect. So,
But yeah.
of course, thank you to our existing patrons for supporting us. You guys mean the absolute world to us. Can't believe you've been supporting for as long as you have. Just giving us all of the good vibes, and we give it right back to you in the form of good content.
Yes. And don't forget that our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraz. Check him out on YouTube and go show him the love that you so gracefully show to us. He deserves it too, because he came out with that awesome song that has been the ear of YMBToAP ever since. Can't really say the face of YMBToAP, you know. But with that, tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Where are the stars going to be when we come back next week? I don't know.